Why does this matter so incredibly much? The what now, what's going on in the world, the state of AI today and its immediate future. Now we're going to take a step back. We're going to think through predictions about what's coming in the mid and long term. In this section, we'll have three parts. We'll talk about what we see as the major next wave. Then we'll get into the technology needed to achieve that wave. And then finally, we'll talk about what it means for each of us, our day-to-day lives. A year ago, AI Ascent was all about agents. We were talking about agents, and they were just beginning to form into businesses. The topic was really these machine assistants that eventually, we predicted, would come together as machine networks. These machine networks are now broadly called agent swarms. They play a role in many of your companies and are beginning to form into a really critical part of the AI stack. Agents working with each other, against each other, collaborating, doing reasoning with each other. In the years to come, we think that this matures even further into an agent economy. An agent economy is one in which agents don't just communicate information. They transfer resources. They can make transactions. They keep track of each other. They understand trust and reliability, and they actually have their own economy. Well, this economy doesn't cut out humans. It's all about humans. The agents work with the people, and the people work with the agents in this agent economy. But in order to achieve that very big, important next wave that we're all going to enter, we have a lot of important technical challenges. And we'll talk about three of them. Frankly, this room is going to be addressing those three as you build. Well, the first is persistent identity. When we talk about persistent identity, we really mean two things. The first is the agent itself needs to be persistent. If you're doing business with someone and they change day to day, you probably won't be doing business with them for very long. That dramatically different experience will take its toll. The agent is going to have to be able to persist on its own personality and its own understanding. The second type of persistence is understanding you. Similarly, if you're doing business with a person and they don't remember anything about you, they can hardly remember your name, that's also a big challenge to trust and reliability. Now, we've been trying everything from RAG and vector DBs to really long context windows, but everyone in this room knows that there are still major challenges in true memory and self-learning on that true memory and actually getting the agents to be able to be consistent where it matters and only different in the areas where they should be differing. The second major technology shift is we need to have seamless communication protocols. Now, the great news is everyone seems to be focused on this now. But imagine personal computing without seamless communication protocols. No TCP/IP, no internet. We're just now building that protocol layer. And there's certainly a lot of excitement around MCP. It's so great to see the big players collaborating and working together to come up with, this is just one, but a series of protocols that are going to allow for transfer of information, transfer of value, and transfer of trust. Finally, security. This is a topic that's going to be on the rise and is certainly on top of many of your minds. If you can't meet the person you're doing business with, palm to palm, face to face, that importance of security and trust is even further elevated. You can't with agents. So we're going to have an entire cottage industry formed around that trust, that security. And it will be even more important in the agent economy than it already is in our current economy. So we talked about the technology